All right, first and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles, all right, the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and have taught us this word in truth and sincerity. All right, peace and mercy to the whole full elect, starting with the 144,000, all right, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. As well as the rest of the sincere believers, peace and mercy to you as well in your household. All right, like always, man, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, all right, which is ruled by Esau, Edom. That's the biblical nationality of the so-called white man, all right? And we're here to wake up the whole full elect of the nation of Israel, all right? Not the whole nation of Israel, like some other Israelite camps would have you believe that all of Israel is supposed to wake up to the truth. Now, in a sense, that is true. All of Israel will come to the understanding and knowledge of the truth of the matter. But the majority of them will come to understand the truth when it's too late, when there's no time for repentance, when it's just straight up judgment without mercy. The whole full elect, okay, they have the truth while there's still mercy. See, the whole full elect are being judged with mercy, where the rest of you rebellious Israelites are going to be judged without it. All right? Let me balance out, brother. Come on my side, too. So, yeah, go ahead, brother. You have something, right?
Yeah, I do. So this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1, the point in 5. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Why don't you brothers close in a little bit, just so we're not, close in a little bit more. Read that again.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1, out of the KJV. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
So we're supposed to speak to the nation of Israel words of prophecy. Meaning we're supposed to get into the prophecies. You're supposed to look at world events. The world is in a very eventful stage right now. Everything and anything is happening. You wake up, this is going on, that's going on. These events are not for no reason. Now, as prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we're supposed to tie these events to what the Lord said in the scriptures, so that the people of Israel, all right, first and foremost, will know that the time of restoration is here. And the only ones that will understand that are the whole full elect. And we're also, when you expand outside of Israel, you look at the heathens, all right, because we're also prophets to the nations. We're also telling them that their time is up, according to the prophecy of Daniel, where the 4 major empires will have their time in history and ruling on earth. We're at that last leg of that 4th beast, all right? So we're also letting these nations know that their time is up. The rulers of these nations, Yahweh has come to take your throne and to take the crown off your head.
Okay.
Yep.
2nd Ezra 9 and 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou understand that is the very same time, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right. So the Bible is saying that when you look at events today, and you look at what I wrote in the ancient world, if the Holy Spirit's with you, you'll be able to tie them both. And you got to diligently do that as a prophet of the Lord. Because the scriptures say 2 things. One, that it's going to come suddenly, like a thief in the night to those who are not watching. So you have to be watching, or else it's come to you like a thief. And then 2, the scriptures say that our salvation is nearer than we believed. So how much more should we be diligent in searching out the prophecies and teaching the people the right understanding, all right, of the Bible, of the prophecies? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is Romans 9 and 6. It says, not as though that the word of Yahweh has not taken none effect, for that all not Israel which are of Israel. Right? So the brother was talking about the elect, right? This is the elect, because all of our people, 2/3 of our people gotta die. Right?
That's
come
right.
back on the other side, right? That's the reason why I brought this scripture out. Because we're here to warn our people, but it's only for the elect, right? several people got to be destroyed, right? Because of the rebelliousness that they have against Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
And there got to be a penalty for that.
That's right.
And that's death and destruction.
God.
If I may add that word diligent, young elder just preface it. Diligent. So I have a quick illustration of that because the elect, right, they have the spirit of prophecy with them, starting with the apostles and elders on down, okay? The rest of the men of the Lord and elders and bishops, right? And that word diligent is very, very important. So I'm just going to give it to you real quick, right? Just the top of it, it says a constant effort to accomplish what is undertaken. See what I'm saying? So, hey, go back to 1969, right? And you will see the history of what the Lord has done, okay, in regards to Abba Bivens and the prophets that you see now, starting with the apostles and elders, okay, and the bishops, okay. You'll see that diligence, right, to this day, and the men that you see standing here, okay, that has put in decades and a half in spirit and in truth.
You're gonna see. That's right. People are really gonna see it to the very end, because like you read the definition, it says a diligent effort, a constant effort, day in and day out, in season, out of season, what the scriptures say, in
what is undertaken.
Right, and to complete.
Yes.
Right, to complete what's undertaken. So it has to. In the end of the day, like in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, when you go into it, it says what the strangers of the salvation, they that we didn't regard as sons of God, we didn't regard them as nothing. We thought we had the knowledge, we had the understanding, but here along, it was these men that were ridiculed and hated among the world. They have the way to righteousness. So at that point, you're gonna know that these men were diligent, because they constantly they took
the undertaking.
They took whatever was undertaken, they accomplished it with constant effort.
Right. And that goes to the things that we're about to go through right now, because our faces are gonna plastered all over the internet.
Yeah.
Right. Things that we didn't see are gonna come out.
That's right.
Right? Because they did that to the Lord.
That's right.
So if they did that to the Lord and we're His servants, that's gonna happen to us too.
That's right.
So these are things, even through that, we're still gonna be diligent all the way to the end.
Con.
So I got a scripture. It says Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? So all the way to the end, even when your family members turn their back on you, same shall be saved. Right? You might lose jobs, right? You might lose friendships. These things are going to be part of the truth. So, that's the reason why the Lord is pretty much toughening us up right now. When these things happen, it's not going to be anything, man.
That's right.
Right? We're going to endure all the way to the end. Doesn't matter what comes our way. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's what we're waiting for, the end.
That's right.
But this word has got to go all throughout the four corners of the earth.
Con. I got this for you. This is Luke 21 and 12. Okay, Luke 21 and 12 in the NLT, it reads, "But before all this occurs, there will be a time of great persecution." The elder was going into all the demonization, okay, and how our face is going to be plastered. You got deep fake. AI is out of control. AI is crazy. AI is you're really seeing AI as a real spirit. It's a real demon. Like it can, holy crap, witchcraft is crazy. What they're able to do now compared to what was being done in the ancient world. Okay, but it says, but before all this occurs, there will be a time of great persecution. Right. You will be dragged into synagogues, right? So FEMA camps, concentration camps, and prisons. See, and you will stand trial before kings and governors because you are my followers. That's right. You see, because we follow Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, showing the name is pivotal, because in who we serve, right, it's gonna attach us to being those men that are against this new world order system. You think Jesus Christ is against the new world order? Absolutely not. Islam is against the new world order. Hindu is against the new world order. They're not. They're all a part of it. They're all gonna fall in. They're all gonna fall in. The only name, all right, that's in complete defiance to this new world order, all right, is the names Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. Okay, so it continues to say, but this will be your opportunity to tell them about me. See, so everything is being done for a reason. The demonization that we're about to go through, is so that we can be brought before these governors and kings and be declared Yahweh Bashim Al Shai right to their face. Remember, that's what happened to Yahweh Shai. You quoted it. You know, if it happened to Yahweh Shai, it's going to happen to us.
The man greater than his master.
Exactly. He was brought right up to Pontius Pilate, all right, and he was speaking in the spirit. Okay, so it says, verse 14, so don't worry in advance about how to answer the charges against you. For I will give you the right words and such wisdom that none of your opponents will be able to reply or refute you. That's spiritual power. When you think about that, we brothers think about that, we're going to be brought before doctors, lawyers of the highest order, scientists of the highest order, right? And we're going to condemn them with this knowledge. With all the witchcraft understanding they have, they're going to be condemned with this knowledge, just like the wise men. Exactly, it's a spirit, just like Moses and the wise men. He came in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, just like David did, and took down Goliath. Moses did the same thing and took down Egypt. Okay, the Most High said, "I'm gonna make you a god, and I'm gonna make you a god, and I'm gonna make Aaron your prophet." Okay.
Scripture after you're done.
He has one, then you got it.
All right.
If you guys got something,
Yeah, I got something.
yeah, go ahead. Let me just finish this. Slack it. It says, even those closest to you, your parents, brothers, relatives, and friends will betray you. They will even kill some of you. Okay? And everyone will hate you because you are my followers. But not a hair of your head will perish.
Because they're gonna feel the pressure from this world.
That's right.
Right? When you're not taking the chip, you know, let's say you still live at home.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna try and pressure you.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what the truth says. Who am I? When they ask Yahweh Shai, his brothers and sisters outside.
Yes.
So who are my brothers?
Yeah.
Right? These are the men in the truth that are my brothers.
That's right.
So you know your family members are gonna definitely turn their backs, man. So brothers have to really focus in on that.
That's right.
Right? The people that you think that you love and they love you, they're definitely gonna turn their backs.
That's right.
Because the pressure of this world when it comes to the chip, man, it's gonna be great.
That's right.
If you think COVID was bad, think about COVID times 10. Look at how quickly people turn. Right? So imagine you can't shop, right? You can't eat, and this is not gonna last for like 2 days. Right? We don't know how long it's gonna last for.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be persecution that comes with that. So
That's
family members will break, man, because they're not in this truth at the end of the day.
That's right.
They weren't guarded like how we were guarded.
Come on.
Right? They don't know the word like how we know the word.
That's right.
So when hard times come, they're gonna break, man.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
brothers have to keep that in mind.
That's right. And it says, but not a hair of your head will perish by standing firm. Right? By standing firm, you will win your souls. You see, because what's going on here? What's really going on? Esau, in his belief that he's a god above the Most High, thinks he can take souls from the Most High. That's really, and guess what? Exactly. That's where it comes down to. This man really thinks he can take souls from the Father of souls. All right? Not knowing that he's a left-hand side tool being used to condemn those souls. Every soul that partakes of that MOTB, the micro C hip, now your soul has been hacked.
That's right.
Or so-called hacked, okay? Because we're constantly being hacked and you get into a deeper understanding of things. The Most High controls everything.
Right.
We know that, right? But Esau gets hacking for the Most High. Esau wants to be able to do it by left-hand side means. His technology, all right, and his left-hand side priesthood, which is the technocrats of today.
Right.
So this man's after your soul. So by standing firm in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay, the whole full elect are going to win their souls, save their souls. Okay, that's it on that.
I got a scripture before the brothers bring it out. This is
Yep.
just the back of the brother. Isaiah 13:2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Right, the brothers was talking about we're gonna be brought forth before doctors,
Yep.
lawyers, great
Yep.
men of the society.
Yep.
Right, we're gonna explain everything what's gonna happen to them. Man.
That's right.
Right, because we're gonna tell you how shall gonna take the kingdom.
Damn.
We're gonna declare his name.
Damn.
Edomites, who the fuck ever they are.
Crazy,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? Because all of them has a part to play
That's right.
in this destruction of this Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right, man.
I have commanded my sanctified one, which are the prophets, the men that are preaching the downfall of this shitty ass society.
That's right.
I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Right?
Ooh. Yeah, and those mighty ones are the angels,
Yeah, you
the
can't
chariots. Yep. You know, sometimes they allow you to see them. Sometimes they appear. Sometimes, you know, the chariots, they're making a lot more of a sighting, right? And Esau can't control the narrative. See, what Esau is losing the narrative.
That's right.
You know, modern day narrative is modern day divining. Being able to control the narrative, you know, when you go to the ancient Babylonians, the priesthood of them and the Romans and the Greeks, they would read the signs and the stars to control, so-called control the future.
That's right.
Right? Control the narrative of whatever they were spinning in that various kingdom. The same thing has happened now, but Esau is losing the narrative because of this truth. That's why the prophets have always been a problem.
That's right.
Have always been a problem because, see, these heathens have always been able to receive power on the left-hand side. It's real. Demonic power is real as hell. Look at this place. All right? You cannot look at this place and see the inequality, the perverseness, all of it in its entirety, and not know that demonic power exists. And it's powerful as fuck. You know what I mean? But they have been able to tap into the left-hand side, receive information, and then you have the prophets on the right-hand side that supersede the information you're receiving. Because the demons that are divining to you work for the Most High. The 144 are above them. So this thing is going to end out in such a spectacle. It's going to be remembered throughout all ages. This Exodus will supersede last Exodus, man. And that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that was crazy what the Most High did to ancient Egypt. Pure darkness to the point where they can feel it on their skin. Can you even light it on? Nothing don't work. Frogs everywhere. Flies.
Maggots.
Oh my goodness. Firstborns being put to death. So you heard screams throughout the night, throughout the day, throughout the night. Cattle was being destroyed. You know how smelly it smelled there? You have defecation over here. Most High, turn Egypt upside down and never turn it right side up again. That's what's gonna happen with America. You have something. Go ahead.
This is Hebrew 10 and 38 in the KJV. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe the saving of the soul.
Yeah, come on, read that again.
Hebrews 10 and 38, KJV.
Yep.
Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him.
That's right.
39.
So any man draw back from what? From this work, from his truth, right? You draw back from being obedient to Yahweh Shem Shai, the Most High is not going to have no pleasure in you, which means in Jacob's trouble, all you're going to receive is judgment, no mercy. Right? That's the worst position to be in, is to be without favor of the Creator.
Right.
Yep.
But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul.
Just like the show, it says what? The show says on Netflix, leave the world behind. So we're not like them that draw back onto perdition. Letting you know that's the only thing that's behind us. Ahead of us is the kingdom of heaven. Behind us is perdition and destruction. And there is no in between. There's just transition. That's it. That's all there is. Yeah, exactly. Come on. And if you don't transition, guess what? You get put to death. You're gonna get destroyed by the Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, also Joel says, no, real quick. It's a desolate wilderness behind us, man. The book of Joel, right? And yeah, we are in that time, right? But it's gonna maximize and get real worse. That black horse, the judgment aspect of it, you know, that's what brothers just went into in essence for all time. But yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Like draw back. That's the one that fall out of the truth. Yeah. You know, how the world is that fall out of the truth. You guys actually get the worst like judgment. You want like of us because they're coming to the truth. That's why like people they're gonna how many years put in, like 20 years, 30 years, how many years put in, like they drop out the last minute. That won't count, man.
That's right.
That's what does it like you enjoy it to the end, except for the sake.
That's right.
That's what you endure and not hold on all the world. Very to the end. Yeah. So also good to like the business how not bring us to judges. Pushing us. Where's Maria? Everybody how it shines. He comes back. I'll work on it. Okay.
Yep. That's right. Yeah.
Book of St. John, chapter 11, verse 45. And it reads, then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the high, the things which Yahushua did, lived on him. But some of them went to their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? This man doeth many miracles. We're going to this talk is actually going to the chats, they watch our videos.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to. So you're going to going into like actually he knows all about us. He knows all about the doctrine.
Right.
Your own preaching.
Yeah.
How to believe. Yeah. This is what we watch. Says that if you let him, that's alone, all men live on him. Native Americans. So they see this shit coming out. They put the powers that be, this is the one to react. Put that narrative and demonize us, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Some of the video how it shine. Right? So, if you let him, that's alone, all men who live on him, the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. And one of them called Caiaphas, being the rich high priest, the same year, said to them, ye know nothing at all. Now consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation should not perish. But this time the guy wrong. Once he comes against us, he comes against all of us. It doesn't matter who believe or not. Right. So people don't understand. They think that it's because that now that can be spared. It's not true, man. Like once it comes out with the troops, all those are gonna get targets.
Yeah, like those niggas hanging out with vocab alone. Right? What's that black woman named Cherry? I can't remember her name, but all those other Jesus is the word. They think coming against the Hebrew Israelites, God logic is gonna help them in the time of destruction. Right? All of us are gonna be lumped in the same pile because all of us are Israelites at the end of the day. Right? Whether you're in the truth or not, you're still gonna be put to death, man. Right? If you pretty much turn your back on the Lord, if you're in the truth, you're gonna put to death. You're gonna die like a 2/3, right? So it really doesn't matter if you sell out or you don't sell out. If the Lord's not with you, you're gonna die, man. So you can do what you want. At the end of the day, the elect is already sealed.
God. Hey, Balzo, can you say something real quick?
Hello, George.
I think you have to pass it around.
Red people. So
Yeah, right? Right? Yeah, so if you speak up, you're good. I'll say something.
Shalom.
Yeah, Con. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, just bring that on this side. Maybe you can tell you guys. Yeah.
So keep going. It says verse 51. And this spake he not of himself, but by being high priest by year, prophesied that Yahweh Shai should die for that nation.
That's right.
And not only for that nation, but also that he should gather together in one the children of the Most High that were scattered abroad. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together to put him to death.
Yeah. Right. That's how you know you Christians don't have any understanding. You just explain everything to you, and you read this all the time. But you still want to lump everybody in the same power, man. He only died for the Israelites. Right? You Christians, you really have no understanding, man. That's why the Lord's not dealing with none of you niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get this for you real quick. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 29 in NLT. It says, "But Peter and the apostles replied, 'We must obey Yahweh, Ba'ashem El-Shai, rather than any human authority. The power of our ancestors raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead after you killed him by hanging him on a cross. Then Yahweh put him in the place of honor at his right hand as Prince and Savior. As a Prince and a Savior, he did this so the people of Israel would repent of their sins and be forgiven.'" Right? Not the whole world.
Yep.
Because the scriptures also tell us that sin is known through the law. You cannot know law, or you cannot know sin without the law. The law was given to who? The Israelites. So yeah, okay. You can say that now all the other nations are sinning too. Why? Because they all put their hands not only on the Bible, okay, and said, like the scripture said, "What do you have to do to declare my statutes?"
Psalms 15, 16. Yeah.
Exactly. So now you put yourself in that so-called covenant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now you put yourself in there, and then you didn't just do that, but you put yourself in the land of the covenant.
God.
Called yourself the people.
Yep.
Said the Most High looks like you. Says that the Most High, you reconstructed everything the Most High made in your own image as an Edomite. So yeah, you and all the other heathens that join hand in hand with you to commit this blasphemy. Guess what? You guys are all sinners too.
That's right.
And you're going to receive the judgment of a sinner. Because in the kingdom of heaven, there's only going to be one law. There only ever has been only one law. That's where all these other branches branched from.
God.
I got a precept real quick just to back you up on that. Cutting the fake covenant versus the righteous covenant. Okay, you brought it up. Right? They're paying you 48ers practicing that weird stuff over there. They keep doing that. This is Psalms 50. The point is in verse 3. Right? And this is Psalm Asaph. Right? So simply put, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to read all 3 verses and just get to the point in regards to that covenant. And what the covenant's all about between Yahweh, Ba'ashem El-Shai, and his people, starting with his prophets, starting with the elect, starting with the apostles and elders on down. I have to say that all the time, qualified. So it says here, the mighty power, even Yahweh, had spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, power hath shined. See? Hey, when you see that word in this time, when you see that word power, hey, you should be thinking of who Yahweh sent. Yeah. Number 1, power. And then he has power under him that was promised to be given through to him to his elect.
That's right.
Okay. Now, let me ask you, brothers, what's the beauty of power?
Yes.
What's the beauty of power?
The perfection of beauty.
What's the perfection of beauty? Any one of you brothers. What's the perfection? Brother, why don't you come in a little bit, just so it's even. Brothers, make some space. Perfection of beauty, what is that? What's the perfection of beauty?
Trying to be like Yahweh.
And how do you do that?
Following the law.
That's it.
Yeah.
So beauty comes from obedience. The perfection of beauty is the law. We were beautified because of how we kept ourselves according to what the Most High told us to do and not to do. That's how we were more beautiful than all the other nations. Because, exactly, just like Adam. So that's what that's going into. It's the law, right? That's
what all these other nations and Esau, Edom are trying to recreate in their own way. Because they're upset that they're not the chosen people. Right? Go ahead. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Verse 3. It says, Psalms, reading from the KJV 53, says, our power shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. Right? Hey, spiritually, if the spirit of prophecy is with you, you're going to know what that fire is. Right? It was mentioned earlier on in regards to, yeah, okay? Okay. Verse 4 says, Psalm 64, he shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth that he may judge his people. See that? Hey, so yeah, that's what it starts with, 48ers. You're outside of the scope. You're that bastard from Ashdod.
Yes.
One more, here's the point, because you mentioned it. This is verse 5, right? Says, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Hey, you know what that is? What's a sacrifice?
The blood of Yahushua.
That's it.
That's the ultimate.
That's the ultimate sacrifice, right? And it was broken down in regards to those instructions, right? The laws, right? If the spirit of prophecy is with you, you're going to understand that Yahushua is that example to follow, right? That's it.
You have this? It's Romans 9:1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost that I have great heaviness. Hey. That's a demon, man. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Just a little bit down the street, please. We're just in the Publix.
No.
All right, let's keep going then. Let it. God's spirit. It's crap. Yep.
Yeah, because we're niggas, you want to come. No, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
in their mind, they think we're just niggas. So, let me just smoke around the block. You know what I mean?
God.
Fucking wicked, man.
It's true.
How about Shimmy Al-Shai Shalak Rayam?
God.
Yeah. You're all the way over there. Because she thought we were niggas, right? So that's why she felt comfortable thinking that, she could smoke her crack in front of us.
But the Edomites shouldn't be doing
No.
that.
You get what I'm trying to say?
That's right.
She felt comfortable because Jake is the one giving her a crack or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Wicked niggas being sourced, right? So she thought that we were in unison with her, man.
Yeah.
To hell with all that shit, man.
God.
Okay? The Lord's gonna destroy this place, man.
That's right.
All right? I don't even know if it's still a spirit, but it is what it is.
Bring it out, brother.
It's Romans 9:2, that I have great heaviness.
Read it again from the top.
Kind. Romans 9:1, KJV. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
Right.
All right, so this truth is only for the Israelites, man. The blessings, the glory, the promises, the gospel, the kingdom of heaven, only for the Israelites, man. Nobody else. Okay? To whom pertaineth it just said it, the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law.
Ooh, the Israelites. To the giving of the law. But see, you wacky-tacky Christians, you like to hijack Abraham, leave Isaac and Jacob out of the scene, and that's how you try to come in.
God.
So you're trying to undermine the Most High's word. He said, through thy seed.
That's right.
Abraham's seed being who? Isaac.
Yeah, I got a scripture with that.
Come on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, 2 Corinthians 11:22. Are they Hebrews? So am I.
That's right.
Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
That's right.
right? So it goes down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
That's right.
Where Esau tried to, like the brother said, try to sneak his way in there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
They hijack Abraham.
That's
They're
right.
like, yeah, see, he's father of multitudes.
Gone.
So, you know, I have to be in there. Well, guess what? Ham, being a Hamite, guess what? He came out of a son of God.
Gone.
You know, Ham's a son of God.
That's right.
But is he a son of God in the spirit? Absolutely not. But he came out of Noah.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean just because the progenitor is the father of multitude that you're chosen for the purpose of serving the Most High. That's always been a divine choosing through the Spirit. Noah had 3 sons, but from some reason, which we know is through the Spirit, Shem picked it up.
That's right.
Every time Noah was talking about the scriptures and everything, it was always Shem that was sitting around.
God.
Japheth was outside playing in the garden.
Animals with the animals.
Yeah. Ham is doing some freaky shit, you know.
Yeah.
Ham was doing some freaky ass shit. The
The
ox, yeah. It's working. Ham was doing all that, you know.
God.
But it was Shem that was chilling with Noah, hearing all the stories, just like we do when we watch the lessons.
That's right.
Everybody else is partying and bullshitting. What do? We're watching lessons of various brothers
God.
because we're in the spirit. That was him. That was Shem. Shem.
His firstborn too.
Khan. Yeah. You're right. That's right. Hold on. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8.
Mhm.
And it says, "For when the Most High Yahweh divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, and Jacob is a lot of his inheritance." And I wanted to read that also because even the so-called Muslims, they would try and insert themselves as well as to be the so-called people, right? Because they understand that, okay, yes, their descendants, Ishmael did receive a blessing, but the Lord didn't make a covenant with Ishmael. It went on to Isaac and then on to Isaac's son Jacob, right? And then during the time of Joshua, and they received their different portions of the land. So that land really and truly belongs to us, right? And you Israelites don't know that.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That was
Yeah, and besides, real quick, Noah, the spirit, the spirit jumped on Noah to show the blessings of you nations, man. Right? My brother just broke it down in simple with Ham in regards to the curse of Ham.
Yep.
Right? The curse that his grandson received, and Japheth and the land and so forth like that. So you people, you continue to usurp, and that's just exposing you more. That's all. Just wanted to mention that.
I wanted to make a point quick, man, because these heathens are claiming onto our heritage, our identity. You know what I mean? But a lot of bloodshed has been spilled. You know what I mean? For all the nations, all these other nations to want to try and take part in our glory, the kingdom of heaven, and this truth, man. You know, it's a slap in the face to us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you could go back to like in the time of Moses.
Yeah.
You know, the oppression we've dealt with there,
That's the spirit.
right? All our captivities, man.
That's right,
We've been
that's
through
right.
various captivities. You see what I'm saying? And just for it to be given away to everybody,
Can't.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about our last captivity, or this captivity that we're in now, man?
That's right.
Oh no, the kingdom of heaven is for everybody.
Right.
It's built off of our backs.
Right. Yep.
It's only right that it's for the kingdom to come is for Israel, man. That the Lord is not an unjust power, man.
That's right.
I wanted to get a quick account, and then
Yep.
for Matthew 2:16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof. And who was dwelling there? All right, Israelites, the southern kingdom, man. You know, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. And that was a blood sacrifice, man, that he did, man. That's what an Edomite does, man. Slaughters your children. It's no different than today, man. Abortions.
It's true.
Okay, who's leading the league in abortions, man?
It's
The
true.
Israelites, man.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Okay.
It's specifically Eve.
Yeah, Eve.
Yeah, you're right.
You see what I'm saying? But no, you know what I mean? They like to make it seem like this kingdom is fair and it's for everybody, and you know that's just your perspective. Nah, man. Right now our oppression is systematic.
Exactly.
Esau's getting his horns back and he's showing you that overt racism, but the
the oppression that we're in right now is systematic, man.
That's right.
You can't change the minds of these devils right now, man.
Right.
They already have that bias against you, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Ain't nothing you could do about it, man.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Beautiful. Let me get this for you real quick,
Right.
and then Kabarga, you got it.
He's locked and loaded in his what? Trying to get back his what? Come on, birthright.
Yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 11, NLT, because the brother made a great point about how the nations want to partake in the glory and the riches and the rewards of Israel.
Right.
But when it comes into being Israel, when all the atrocities are happening, everybody takes a couple steps back.
Run away.
Or keeps their hands down. You know that the professor, my professor, said, "Who wants to be a so-called Negro in America?" And no one put their hand up. Right? No one put their hand up, and she's just sitting looking at everybody. So this is Daniel 9 and 11. In NLT, all Israel has disobeyed your instructions and turned away, refusing to listen to your voice, which is who? The prophets, right? So now, the solemn curses and judgments written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, have been poured down on us because of our sin. Here's the point. Verse 12, you have kept your word and done this to us. Our rulers done this to us and our rulers, exactly as you warned. Never has there been such a disaster as happened in Jerusalem. Because when you look at the story of Israel, these people, they kept going away from who they are and try to be like everybody else, just to find out that that's not the way. And it kept happening over and over and over and over. You know how many covenants we made with the Most High in Judges alone? Every ruler had to come up and make a covenant. And the next ruler made another covenant. So we kept breaking them. Now, you have Israelites who don't even know who they are anymore. But now things are waking up. The truth is coming out. But you look at our disasters, the Lord is saying through also the disasters is how I know you're my people.
That's right.
Look at the no father in the house.
Statistics.
The statistics. Right? But when it comes to that, oh yeah, you guys are Negroes and blacks. When it comes to the rewards, okay, we're the Israelites. You know, not us, but they are.
That scripture, this book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 6, just to back up the brother going to like how basically, people have had all this hell on this side. And like, so like, you can't expect like to inherit the kingdom of heaven without having gone through the hell that we've been through. Shit, like talking to other nations, you heed them. Okay? So like in this chapter, this account goes to basically like talks about how like there's a kingdom, but the kingdom you have to go to the hard place. Which like that's what people have been going through, like through all these various kingdoms, oppressions, okay, like slavery, okay, even going back to the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Greeks, all this time I catch a pure hell. This book of 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 6, and it reads, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set up upon a broad field, and is full of all good things from the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left hand deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that they could but only one man go through at once. Yeah. Similarly, why like in this truth, everybody ultimately at the end of the day, you're by yourself. Okay, it's all about you and Heavenly Father. Yeah. Okay, it's not about like the brotherhood. At the end of the day, it's about you and Heavenly Father.
Yeah, you have to work out your own salvation, basically. Right? The brotherhood is a gift. It's there for you when we need it. You know, even Yahushua had a camp, right? But every time Yahushua also took time to be by himself, to be with the Father. So at the end of the day, with or without brothers, you have to have a personal relationship with Yahweh Shem Shai. Right?
Yep. It says verse 9, if this city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Yeah, and see, it takes faith to do that. For that man to do that, it takes faith. Because when you look at history, starting with the sons of God, what has always been the recurring theme in trying to reach this reward that the Lord has for the sons of God. It's shortcuts, taking shortcuts, right? Selling your soul in this society is taking a shortcut to that glory. You know, you get the trinkets and everything like that. In the ancient world, it was the same thing. That's what the serpent. That's what had me thinking about what you made the point about the children. The blood sacrifice to children, adoption or not adoption, abortion.
Well, yeah.
Abortion. The so-called black woman is leading in that. That's how you know Eve was a Jake. The serpent was talking to Eve. It was the Edomite today.
That's right.
But what the serpent was telling Eve was a shortcut.
Right.
Instead of taking this path, because you might ask, well, why? If this is this, that's the whole thing. Is if you take the shortcut, it's not like it doesn't work, but it's temporary, right?
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. These the upper echelons of our people are looking at us like, you guys are talking about. They don't see themselves being judged for the shortcut they took because they're living in their lavishness. In a time of prosperity, you don't think about time of danger.
That's right.
The scriptures tell you that, right? So the recurring themes are shortcuts, right? That's the recurring theme is shortcuts.
Yeah, there's repercussions to taking the short route, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But the serpent, that's why he's like you said, you shall not surely die.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So they thought that you would live, but you're not gonna live to the extent that Yahweh Shem Shai wanted you to live, man.
right,
With the glory in its entirety, man.
right.
You know, and that's why over time, the age of men decreased. You know, because sin was in the earth.
That's
right?
And you know that was a timely thing, because the point you made is on point. Because it's like Eve, so the serpent was telling Eve, you can still be you and indulge in all these things.
That's right.
And
You're
the
still
serpent,
chosen.
you're still a chosen. We can't beat you guys. You guys are still good. But and that shows you that the serpent wasn't just anybody. He had to be a high-ranking official in Adam's court.
That's right.
How the hell are you going to be
Inside
sitting?
job.
How are you going to be sitting beside Adam's wife's ear? And that's Adam. Adam's the first king, priest.
Yep.
He's just a nobody. And he has spiritual powers.
That's right.
So you're not just rolling up on Adam's court without being a high official. That's how you know he was a higher. It was over time.
Right. That's right.
You can indulge in all this. You feel okay.
That's a great point.
You know.
I was just gonna add to that like them taking the shortcuts because they didn't want to go through the initiation process. This is an initiation process that you can go through. This is the fire trial. They don't want to deal with it because it's tough, it's hard, it's uncomfortable. Oh, there's a shortcut, I'll take that one. Right? Because you think, this is easier, but it's actually harder in the end. It's a trap. Right? And the initiation process is how the Most High finds out who you really are. Whether you are a stubble or whether you are a jewel. Right? So the men of the Lord are going to stick in through the initiation process, and they're going to get the reward at the end, while these people took the shortcut, where they get this temporary reward, and then they get destroyed at the end. Yeah. And then when you come back, you're going to have your head down.
Yeah.
On top of it.
Yeah.
There's an example in the book of Maccabees with the old man.
Yes, Eliezer.
Yeah, when he was about, they pretty much told him like, hey, if you even pretend to eat this pork, and have your people sin, right, you'll live for a little bit. And he brought it up and said, hey man, that pretty much that's a shortcut.
That's right.
Right? That's right. There's no point of living for a little bit.
That's
because
right.
you never know what the Lord's going to do in the reincarnation.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? That's another thing our people don't think about.
Yeah.
Right? They have that YOLO mentality. Not knowing you got to pay for things that you've done on this side, even the lives before that, you're paying for that right now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You always want an instant gratification.
That's right.
And that only lasts for a little bit. It don't make you feel good just for a couple of minutes, man. Right?
Yeah. And when you look at, and it's funny because when you look at all these celebrities and entertainers, right? In the beginning, they're stunting, showing out, buying cars, doing this, living good, right? You see all their teeth, they're good, right? Smiling every day, but then 5 years comes in, 10 years come in, the soul is gone out of them.
That's right.
You look like a walking skeleton.
Get squeezed out.
That's right.
That's when they're always wearing the tattoos. Black shades.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's good, and then they're at a point where they're like, they find out it's bullshit. They start making music on it. They start saying things. They start doing things like Michael Jackson. All these guys started coming out and doing things. Prince, he wore slave on. But at that point, what are you gonna do? It's too late. It's too late. So now, what do? The scriptures say they have pierced themselves. So a brother can get that with many sorrows.
made a covenant with death.
Yeah, they've made a covenant with death, and in doing so, they pierce themselves with many sorrows because they're trying to be like, fuck. I thought all the shit is catching up to them because you're still an Israelite.
That's right.
There's a spirit in you that was still set up to be righteous. The reason why you're being tormented is you keep doing the opposite.
This is First Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
See? All the things they have to think about that they did. They have to remember the noises they made, the shit they ate, the things they drank. Yo, it's not worth it, man. And that's why the serpent tried to do, the spiritual demon Satan tried to do the same thing with Yahweh Shai. At a fasted state, so when he was most vulnerable to temptation.
Yeah.
Especially through hunger. Scripture says there's nothing like famine. Famine is worse than the sword.
That's right.
You can tempt a man to do anything if he's in famine.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
that's another people that's gonna take that chip.
That's right.
It's gonna be through famine, man.
That's right.
Right? You can't buy nor sell, you can't eat.
That's right.
Hey, it's crunch time.
Yeah,
You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15, and it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. And there's actually an example of that.
What was that? Isaiah
28 and 15. But I was just going to say there was an example of that with this singer that just came out, Mario, and then they found out that, he was confessing and saying, like,
he's a warlock.
He's a warlock. Yeah. He performs different witchcraft, right? So more and more time again, you start to see their countenance. When the years pass by, when they first came into the industry, it completely changes. I was thinking about another singer named Ariana Grande when she first came out. She looked good, healthy. When you look at her now, she looked like a xylophone, just bony. They look unhealthy. The light in their eyes is completely gone. So that's why, all these different gods that they require to do it and keep their status in that industry, it all just brings forth death and keeps you in transgression against the Lord. A lot of people don't understand that.
And when they do, it's too late. That's the severity of the Lord. That's serious. That's how I know 2/3 will know the truth. It's just they'll know it when there's no time for mercy. There's no place of mercy anymore. So you're gonna have to deal with the guilt of your wickedness plus the anguish that's coming at you, all in one fell swoop.
Pressure from above and pressure from
that's a real Hegelian dialectic.
Yeah.
Let me read that what you got in the NLT real quick. This is Isaiah 28 and 14 in the NLT. It says there. Let me start at 12 real quick. It says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has told his people, here is a place of rest. Let the weary rest here. This is a place of quiet rest. But they would not listen. Right? It's talking about the truth, the scriptures, serving the Lord, right? So the Lord Yahweh will spell his message, will spell out his message for them. Again, one line at a time, a little here and a little there. It's just literally how the prophets teach. We'll make it plain upon tables. Hebrew hopscotch. The Lord is like, I'm going to spell it out for you because you guys are so stiff-necked. A, B. That's how the prophets got to talk. Because Jake will make any and every excuse to get out and up under the obedience of the Most High. Right? So it said, they'll always try to do that. So it says, one line at a time, a little here and a little there, so that they will stumble and fall. They will be injured, trapped, and captured, which is what's about to happen through this sea hip to a lot of you Israelites. And I'm talking about those of you that don't know you're Israelites, don't even subscribe, they're gone. I'm not even, but those of you that are Israelites and know you're Israelites, but don't acknowledge the MOTB, the mark of the beast being what it is, all right, being an implantable device in your body, under your skin, under the skin surveillance, you're going to be trapped up by that same device that you reject. Okay, so it says,
Rejecting the quiet power.
that's right. Therefore, listen to the message, this message from the Lord, Yahweh, you scoffing rulers in Jerusalem. So you leaders, top leaders in Israel, right? You boast, we have struck a bargain to cheat death and have made a deal to dodge the grave. That's how Jake and the Hood look at when they sign the first contract. Like, shit, okay, I'm about to get up the hood. My boys going to eat, my family go eat, right? And then you make another contract. You want to make more money because you're hanging out with guys who have 3 times the money you have. Go through 3 times the party. You're like, fuck, I didn't know it. Right? There's always some guy in your ear whispering, it goes deeper. Come on, Like that one guy from Hustle and Flow, Terrence Howard. He has that look in that voice where he's like, trust me, it goes deeper. Yeah. At the party,
Yeah.
But that's what happens. That's how Esau. That's how you know the serpent when he was talking to Eve, it was over time. It was a process of time.
Right.
Just like they do with these celebrities. Let you in, you enjoy the first 5 years. Like I said, you hang out with all these people, see a different life, different worlds, lose your friends.
Are gone.
Oh, yeah, you get initiated. At that point, you get initiated. Because once you sign that contract, those friends have to go. Mm-hmm. They tell you have a PR guy who's really a small hat under the scenes. He's telling you exactly. He's telling you about your finances. Yep. He's telling you about your 10-year plan, this plan, because he's inaugurating you into Scientology or into Satanism, whether you're aware of it or not. These guys are just priests on the left-hand side.
I'm sure Adam probably had some of his loyal men saying like, yo, you gotta watch that guy. He's always talking to.
Yeah, why he's always whispering? Adam's like, yo, he's kind of funny though.
Yeah. Yeah.
They call him a serpent.
Yep.
Yeah.
He named him a serpent.
That's right.
You got anyways.
Yeah, because he was wise. Yeah.
Just like you said, he's probably his close friend.
Yeah.
And you see it always in the scripture, it's always the close friend. There's always a guy close to you that comes for your woman.
Yep.
Every single time.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 30:9. Says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Come on.
So that's what our people want to hear, man. They want to hear lies. All right, but we can't cry when we see Jacob's trouble. Esau put in hell on them, man. Right. We're not gonna show emotion for you, wicked ass Jake, man, because you're the ones keeping us back, man. We could be out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? But it's all prophecy, Okay. But you're keeping us back.
Been 2/3.
Yeah, you're holding us back, from getting the glory, man.
That's right.
They want to be glory. They want glory under Esau. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or to be equal. No, really, they want to be equal to Esau. That's it. That's what a pinnacle of life is, and you're still a nigga, man. I don't care if you have millions of dollars. You could be a billionaire as an Israelite. Esau is still gonna look at you as below him, man.
Yeah, you're not. Your decisions that won't affect the world. I don't care if you're Jay-Z.
Yeah, exactly.
They have decisions that affect. They have a global think tanks. You know what a global think tank is? It's a bunch of Edomite lab rats.
Shadow government.
Okay.
Man.
And a bunch of Moabites joining them and Ishmaelites that get together talking about how we're gonna forward this agenda. That's what it is.
That's it.
In the ancient world, you know what they had? They had oracle houses. You know what oracle is? Someone who divines and tells you the future.
Yep.
That's your modern day church.
Seers.
Your seers. That's your church today. That's your global think tanks. They global think tanks drive policies throughout countries. Because these are experts. Right. These guys graduate from Yale, Harvard, all this, and they get picked up. They get they get mentored. They're high intelligence and what they call technocrats. They call it
They belong to Mensa. That's another organization of
Yeah.
intelligence.
Metaphysics. Metaphysics. We went into that last week.
Yep.
Understand?
Economy, too.
Yeah, the economy.
Yeah.
Political science,
Yep.
Yeah,
right?
political
They know
science,
all
yeah.
of these different things, man. And Esau, he'll take the cream of the crop from these different
Exactly.
prestigious institutions
That's right.
and put them into their
The
think
skull
tank.
and bones.
Yeah,
That's right.
they put those like certain individuals, the highest engineers,
That's right.
whatever, mathematicians,
Psychologists.
psychologists. You know,
Yep.
he's gonna grab those individuals and put them into the think tank,
That's right.
and to further pretty much oppress Jake, man.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Esau will let them in on a certain amount of information. Hey, we need you to help us with this. How can
Exactly.
we curate this?
Exactly.
And they come together, you
Yeah.
know, to keep Jake, man. Psalms
right.
83, really.
That's
If
right.
I may say, they even started from when they're young because Yahudi, when his kids go to school, they study economics.
Yeah,
when our
that's
kids
right.
go to school, home and neck,
Yeah.
learning
Yeah.
how to make eggs and
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. So
If they make
started
it to
from-
school.
If they make it to school,
make
yeah,
it
they
to
started
school,
at a
yeah.
very young age.
Yeah. Well, the certain
Make it
private,
out
like
of
you
the
said, the
womb.
certain
Yeah.
private schools that they go to, they're learning martial arts and all type of shit, man. They're learning to be trained assassins, trained killers, man.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Shit.
We're not on no level compared to these to Esau. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
Just want to say the element that undertakes that is masonry, right? They're in every town, every corner, right? That undertakes all of that. Underneath the elites that push that vibration. So, because I grew up in that shit, meaning I'm not saying not as a mason, but try to recruit all of us that you see standing here in different ways. So yeah, it's permeated, undertaken. That's what's running, what you can see with your eyes. But on top of it is what was brought out.
That's right.
Okay, make no mistake.
Slacky, can I bring this blue up?
Go ahead.
I'll finish it up. It says, Isaiah 28 and 15, NLT. It says, and then you brothers make sure you keep an eye behind us, eh?
Yep.
It says, you boast, we have struck in a bargain to cheat death and have made a deal to dodge the grave. And, you know, we've been talking about Jake, but even the top wicked elite of Esau Edom have done this with their own Edomite, fellow Edomite. You know, because these technocrats that we're talking about, that are part of these think tanks, when they get talked to, like, yo, you're a special guy, you have divine, you have gifts, this is the world, there's something wrong with the world, we gotta fix it. So their whole guys, okay, and the selling point and pitching point has been to bring world peace, but unify the world under Luciferianism, right? Which they guise it under world peace. So all these guys, they think they struck a bargain, being picked up from these certain people, right? Like, oh shit, I'm a chosen one. Oh shit, what I think and algorithms that I look at, data analytics that I put together are going to shape the world into world peace. They're lied to. They're lied to. So it says, the coming destruction can never touch us, for we have built a strong refuge of lies and deception. So Esau don't think no one's going to figure out his shit. He's like, there's no way. But this is why the scriptures say that he knows he has a short time and he's going to come down with great wrath because the prophets are exposing it. So it gets, and through prophecy and the internet, everything's coming out there. Now you got, like, as Ali Ashawamba always coins him as a third witness. You got regular Edomites breaking down psyops left and right, like picking it apart. And it's an Edomite. Yeah. This is a psyop, and this is why. Because you see the 447, you see the hat, he placed it on this corner, and they be on point. But it's an Edomite. So you're like, yo, this guy's going down. Your own people are, like the scriptures say, your own tongue shall fall upon you.
The devil knows his own too, right?
Gone.
The devil knows his own.
Gone.
They're all ultimately insiders.
That's
Right.
Yep. And some of them don't even know it.
Some of them don't even know that they're insiders.
Yep. And it says, oh no, that was it. That was the point. That's
I have a quick point. What you just said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you see the Edomites bring out the information about the psyops and stuff like that, and Satan, right? And Satan, but it's also showing that how you see that their kingdom's coming down, and we're coming together, our kingdom's coming back up. That's what always happens when the kingdom's about to fall.
It's true.
We split.
Yep.
This side's about this side, we're against each other. That happened back in Kings. We
Gone.
split.
Gone.
But now we're coming back together. The branches are being put back together, but their branches being torn apart.
That's right. That's right.
So now they're like, oh, yo, this guy's fighting against this guy. We're looking at him like, you guys are done, man. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. It's about a matter of time.
That's
They're out
it.
here.
That's
Yeah,
it.
because we're seeing Esau blame each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the left.
Exactly.
It's the right.
Exactly.
And the true men of the Lord are saying, you're all Edomites.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Exactly. Because
Russia.
the left and the right, they're
Yeah.
showing you the two sides of what Edom is.
Yeah,
One's a
yeah.
freak,
Yeah.
and the other one just straight up racist.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, con.
This is Psalm 64 and 8.
That's true.
For they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
That's right.
All that see them shall flee away. And I bring that up because now you're seeing Esau pretty much telling on themselves. He's telling about now you're seeing the CIA, all the shit that they done in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s to bring other nations down. Right? The brother talk about the hand signs and the hand signal and all that stuff, what they're doing. Right? The masonry. You know what I'm saying? All the things they've done to other nations, especially to Jake.
Yeah.
Right? All the stuff from slavery.
That's right.
Right? All the thing that they put in our neighborhood, the drugs. Right? The Edomites is telling you all the stuff that they've done to us, man.
Yeah.
Right? The milk from Chernobyl.
Yep.
Right? What do you call it again? Radioactive milk that was fed to Jake. Edomites are bringing these things out, so their tongues are being fallen upon themselves, man.
That's right.
They're out here blaming each other, Egyptian against the Egyptian.
That's right.
That's their tongue falling upon themselves. Right?
What you're saying,
Bring it
part,
on.
part of the reason why that's also happening is because Esau's not treating his people right. Because that's what happened with Israel.
That's
They
right.
turned on the northern kingdom, and that's when the split started happening.
That's
They
right.
didn't treat them right. They asked you, they wanted to make, okay, how are you going to treat us? And you said, I'm going to do worse than my father Solomon. And that's what happened.
That's right.
So like, fuck you.
That's Amalek versus
I
Esau.
was about to
You know
say.
what I mean? Amalek versus Esau now.
I'm like
You gotta treat
fighting
them
for all the
right.
money.
You don't
Yeah.
treat them right, eventually it's going to
Yeah.
turn back on you.
Yep. You're pretty much treating your own people like how you treat niggas.
Yeah.
And that always happened though
You
in,
know?
in ancient customs, because you would have because Amalek, he came out of the concubine of Esau, right? So Amalek's not regarded as a as a son,
God.
but yet he has all the piece of the pie,
He's still not, because now he separates himself.
and he's separating himself.
right
Yeah,
now, yeah.
He got the wealth and Esau got the privilege.
That's right.
yeah. These other lower level Edomites, they're fighting against Amalek, and Amalek because Amalek is like a bastard.
Yeah.
A real bastard.
Because there's a hierarchy amongst even Esau,
God.
right? He believes, he's the top choice, and everybody else is white trash. And he has to weed him out, because if he knows, the devil knows his own. If he knows he lets him let loose, then that is the one that's really going to give him a problem.
That's right.
It's his own, because he knows how wicked he is.
Well, these everyday Edomites, they're like the 2/3 of Esau.
That's right.
If there's a thing,
The
you know what I mean? That's the same way we look at our own 2/3 of our own people. But we would never let a 2/3 have control, or get or a 2/3. The Lord Most High would never let a 2/3 get control of His ministry.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how Esau, Amalek look at the other Edomites. Like, you people? Hell no. Now y'all just stay down here.
Boy,
man.
The elites and the elect. The elites and the elect.
Well, they have exactly. They have a what's it called? Society of the elect within the elites. So everything is, the scriptures say the Lord made everything 2 and 2, left and right, side by side.
Yeah, Amalek, that illegitimate. You're illegitimate. It tells you, brother, we're bastard. Zechariah 9:6. Yeah, but
that bastard from Ashdod,
yeah,
too.
that word when you go into it means
Illegitimate.
illegitimate to child, right? Which goes into his line. Okay, so hey, your skirt's lifted up, buddy. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
All right, so this is St. Matthew, chapter 12, verse 26, the words of Yahushua Mashiach. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
That's right.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
Exactly. Well, look at the Greek Empire. Look at the Roman Empire. How did they fall? They imploded from within. It was Edomites versus Edomites. Later on in Rome, then Jake came up and took over, but Jake wasn't fighting Esau to take over Rome. Jake kind of just came up in Rome.
That's it.
And just took over.
They're like, I was born here. I'm a
Exactly.
Roman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a Roman. Yeah, exactly. So when you look at the previous empires of the Edomites, they all came down and imploded on themselves because of division within themselves. So you can't say America is not a satellite of Rome. Yeah, America spiritually is Rome.
Because I posted something today with Donald Trump trying to make his own arch. Own ark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
really
Titus.
Like the Arch of Titus?
Yeah.
Look at that.
So that's how you know, man. These people are in that spirit of Rome, right?
Yeah, man. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, and it makes sense because when you look at these Edomites, when they look at their history, all they see is, okay,
Greek and Rome.
That's it.
As
Nothing
Edomites.
else.
Yeah.
You got Babylon, you got the Assyrian Empire. Edomites, that's not had nothing to do with Esau.
Right.
But you see Greeks, that's why they say that's the start of civilization.
Exactly.
Right?
Wait, no, they push
And
that
then
down.
they
If
say
you want to
that.
be a
They push
doctor,
that in
you have
school.
to know. You have to know those terms that are right.
Right.
In Greek. If you want to be a lawyer, you have to know Latin.
Exactly. And then they look at Rome, they see Greece as their pinnacle or as their beginning. They look at Rome as their pinnacle.
Beautiful point.
So so if they're back in power again,
Right.
and they're looking at their history, what do you think they're gonna bring back? Rome. We're in power again, and in our history, the best time at our strongest, we were Rome.
That's
So
right.
they're gonna bring back Rome here.
Resurgence.
Exactly, resurgence.
Beautiful
Yeah,
point.
I was gonna say something because a couple of months ago there was a trending on TikTok when they were like, wives were asking husbands, "What do you think about throughout the day?" And they're like, "Oh, how about the Roman Empire? Did you see that? Did you see that trend?"
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
They would ask her
All these Edomite men were like, think about the Roman Empire, man.
Look at that, because
Yeah.
they know they're in it.
They know.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say this real quick because you touched on a nerve, right? Just came right back to me. When I was in high school here, Greek mythology was a requirement. You're not gonna, you have to take that to get that credit. Yeah. It was a requirement, right? Esau, if you want to lie about it, that's your problem. But you're being exposed anyway. But it was a requirement. You couldn't get your diploma if you didn't have Greek mythology.
Yeah. In my civics class in high school, the Edomite bitch, she said that civilization started with the Greeks. Man. She's an Edomite.
Exactly.
Devil. You know what I'm saying?
And then a lot of you Jakes, what you don't understand, this is why the scriptures say, for my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And they don't know their enemy too. Because you think with the Bible prophesying against Rome, talking about the daughter of Babylon, spiritual Egypt, they can't come out and tell you outright that, hey, we're bringing back Rome. They just do it in a subtle way, right? Even though like they do it in a subtle way, the infrastructure, you guys are going into the educational system, pharmaceuticals, political. So when you read in Revelation about them bringing back the beast that was wounded and now lives and is speaking life, and it speaks, it's through the system that's set up.
Beautiful.
Rome is here. It's this. You were disguised of that fact, so you could fully be a Roman. You know what I mean? Because if you were aware of it, then you will relinquish your Roman citizenship. You know what I mean? So this devil, man. That's why it says his heart. It says they have sought deep to hide their counsels.
Okay.
Very deep.
Very deep.
That's
their beautiful point. Hey, that's going into their power. That's how they get successful. But they're exposed. They hide it, right? In secrecy.
So my main point was that they would be condemned by the Bible if they didn't do it subliminally. Okay, and then they would have to be like, they had to do it subliminally because they didn't want to be condemned by the Bible outright. But it still ended up happening anyways.
That's why the Bible destruction group took out the Apocrypha, because it was condemning.
That's right.
Yeah, the third beast. The third beast. That's what they took out of the Apocrypha.
The third beast.
Well, they took the Hellenization. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. You're right. Yep. Yeah, because Christians they stop it. They done at Malachi. They jump into Matthew.
Yes, right.
And you bypass 400 years of history.
That's right.
That's wicked.
And then they stop at the Gospels and not going to Revelation because it's
too scary. It's too scary for them.
Hey, we know it's sealed to you.
That's right.
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and start at 1. But the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. This is talking about the Edomites, all right, the carnal mindset that they're in. They don't believe in reincarnation. They don't believe in regeneration, right? So that's what they said. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave, right? They push YOLO in this society, right? And they push that upon the people, okay? Because they don't want to put the fact that you come back and you may have to pay for the judgments and the sins that you did in your past life, right?
They like to pay for slavery.
Exactly. Right. So they don't want nothing to do with that. You just live oh, that was my forefather, that wasn't me. And the scriptures talk about that too. You know what I mean? If we could get that real quick.
Yeah.
You know, because they like to use that excuse. It wasn't me. It was, you know? Yeah, but it was you, man. Because you come back. Okay? So there's no excuse. The Bible has you cornered. Any little thing you say, we got a precept for it, man. Okay?
Can we get it for you?
Yeah.
This is Sirach 41:7 in the King James. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Somebody got to pay for this time, man.
Yeah.
Right?
You know?
That's right.
Verse 2 says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. You know, for you only live once, you know. Yeah. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. So Esau doesn't appreciate life. That's why he's talking like this, man. You know? And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away.
Yeah, because with these Edomites, when you look at their comeuppance, right, how they came up and everything, they don't get this mindset until they have almost everything in their hands, in their grips. You know, I trained this one guy. He's like a couple hundred million, whatever. And he was talking. He was tutored by a billionaire. And the billionaire was like, "Yo, you ready to be rich?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to be rich." He's like, "No, are you really ready to be rich?"
Like he wasn't rich already.
Yo, he's like, "Are you really ready to be rich?" And he's like, and the way he was explaining it to me, he's like, when you're trying to get rich, you're thinking about the goal, right? So you do everything right to get to that goal. But once you get there, and it's like, what do you do now?
Yeah,
what do you do now?
Yeah.
You want more. So these elites, when they're thinking about, as the brother's reading, all the things that they're divining, they got to a point where they're looking at, okay, we have the world, let's transcend that.
That's right.
Hence you got the idea of transhumanism. Let's transcend, because the Lord said, Job 9:24, He's given them the world into their hands. They control economics on a global scale, which is crazy.
Shitty ass dollar.
Economics on a global scale is crazy. They control whether you eat or not, and they're nowhere near you.
Let me back you up real quick. Habakkuk 2:5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
You see,
right
so
yeah,
that's right.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The revelation.
That's right. That's
Anywhere
right.
this man goes, man, it's death, destruction, and unruliness.
That's right.
And it's still not enough.
It's still
It's not enough.
That's how he makes his money.
That's right.
Death, murder, kill, homicide, war, and disease.
Gone.
That's right.
Yeah.
They had what they were going on over. They had their thing in Europe. And they're like, okay, we got to bring it over to the West. And you got to utilize America to do it, to take it over the world. Like what's going on in China? That's small hat. That's small hat business.
That's right.
You think that's Moabite business?
Right.
Nah,
right,
man. That's not Moabite business.
Those are probably Amalek too.
Exactly.
Because they have every
through
they have
lineage.
children everywhere,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
They got children. Exactly. They got children everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like us.
I seen a Moabite looking Amalekite in one of these through the neighborhood around here.
See?
I drove by. I'm like, fuck. He's wearing the small hat and everything.
See?
What the fuck?
See?
You know what I mean?
Remember, one of the Illuminati's main families is called Lee. The last name is Lee, and they're Moabites.
The 9 families.
Yeah.
The Moabites. Yeah. So that's Psalms 83 right there. But go ahead. So go ahead. Read what you're reading.
Yeah. It says, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
That's why when we say, "Oh, you guys are the Edomites coming back," look at us like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?"
Yeah.
Narrow? These guys keep sitting. Narrow's probably looking at Pulse the Heart like, "Why do you keep calling me narrow?"
Yeah.
But it's because of how they're thinking. They don't think they come back.
Right.
They think they are who they are in that moment, in that generation, in that lifetime. They're looking at us. They look at us like we're weird as hell. But we do the same thing, vice versa.
I got a quick one.
Hold on, I think it's still has more.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
more, but go. Yeah, it's quick.
Okay.
Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children
Right.
for the iniquity of their fathers,
Yeah.
that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Yeah.
And this is the recompense they're going to get, because they're saying that it wasn't us that put you in slavery. My best friend is black, or my mother's sister, but it was them. You
Yeah.
are your forefathers' return. You
Whether-
are responsible.
Exactly. Whether you understand it or not, doesn't change the truth.
Yeah. Quick one, yeah. Go ahead. This one's kind of long, so if it's
Yeah,
quick
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a quick one. This is
Yeah,
First
you know?
Corinthians
Foundation.
2 and 14, and it says, "But the natural man can receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned."
Now, let me ask you brother a question before you go into it. Why are the spiritual things foolishness to a natural man? That's it. That's the key ingredient. For you to understand spiritual things, you have to believe in something that people can't see. It's a gift. It's a faith, right? So that's why they look at us like, you guys are weirdos. Reincarnation. There's the prophets coming back. Moses, Abba Bivens being Elijah. Even Jake is looking at us like that, and Jake is spiritual. But that's how.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, Jake. Come on, Jake is looking like, you guys think you're the prophets coming back? Nah, we're prophets in this time. That's how they think of it.
right.
Nah, man, everything's. The Lord said his story is like a ring. In Ezra, he told Ezra, my story that I've written, roughly paraphrasing, is like a ring. So everything comes back into the circle of life. Reincarnation.
I was gonna add a quick point that also, like, for them to accept that is gonna shadow the reality, because that means everything I do, right? Everything I did in the past, I'm dealing with it right now. And if I do something, what I do bad right now, I'm gonna deal with it later. You're saying I'm these people. Their whole reason they can't handle that.
That's right.
So there's like, no, that's not true. No, it's not true.
That's
Even
right.
if they think in their mind, no, it's not true. It's not true. Because you have to accept too much.
That's right.
You got a scripture?
Way too much.
Right.
You can't handle that.
This is Daniel 12 and 13.
That's right.
But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
See, the top wicked elite though, those guys are ultra wicked because they know this stuff. When you go into Illuminati and the illumination of things, it's just that. It gets illuminated at stages.
That's
You
right.
get more light at certain stages. So at the very, very top, these guys know these things that we're talking about. Right? They made a covenant with, they can conjure up Satan himself, have a conversation with him. Just how Yahushua is in the midst, spiritual is the same thing. But people under them that they talk to, they don't know any of this stuff. There's levels to it. You know?
It's higher.
That's right.
Heavy sorcerer coming all the way down. And that's the Lord showed. The deceived and deceiver are his.
That's right.
You have that precept?
So yeah, exactly. No. I'm just thinking about it. So when you think about these top wicked elites, that's why they're setting up. They're trying to. For them, if they know the truth, for them it's just about trying to upset it.
That's right.
You know, the other Edomite under him is not even on that level yet.
That's
To
right.
think like that, they're like, okay, yo, we know that we're the Edomites. Our forefathers Esau. We know who Jacob. They know all of it.
right.
So we got to try to upset things. And because they can siphon power from the left-hand side, they believe it. They can do it. Satan's definitely a double agent, telling them all kinds of things that, plays into the Lord's role or Lord's movie. Right? But that's why the scriptures say, the pride of thine heart has deceived you. You really think you could upset the prophet of the Most High because Satan told you so?
The Lord has the ultimate checkmate for them. Right?
Exactly.
You know, I have a quick precept to back you up.
Yeah, come.
Satan is a loyal servant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
Right.
Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
See?
Right? So anything that you're thinking of doing and planning to do upon the children of Israel, man,
That's
the
right.
Lord has your number, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah, I got some real quick. What you were just saying. So about Esau knowing that they're Edomites, etc.
Yeah.
So this is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from you.
That's right. Yeah, because for them to lie on a mass scale like they have, they would have to know this truth. That's how we can.
Yeah, because of Esau has all the resources. He's the one that can do the archaeological dates, go deep sea diving. He can find all, right? So
and then control the narrative.
Exactly.
And then keep the relics
Right.
and all the secrets.
Yeah.
And tell you all actually that in a million years.
Yeah.
They just proved
Devil.
10 million BC.
Yeah. Devil, man.
Carbon dating.
Carbon dating.
Yeah. The experts, the scientists.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You can make anything on it. Stuff like
But the people are under the witchcraft of if you went to school for it, you got your bachelor's, you got your master's,
That's right.
you got your doctorate, that
That's
you're,
right.
you know, you're a professional. But we never went to school for this truth, man. The Lord put a spirit on us, man.
That's it. That's
And
it.
we didn't choose this. The Lord chose us.
Exactly.
You know?
The schooling of the hopeful elect is from within,
Right.
where everybody else is from without.
Yeah. Carnal.
About-
You know? Yeah. You say that?
No, you're
Yeah,
right, you're
because
the spirit.
these people like to boast in their carnal accolades,
Yeah.
so to speak. You know what I mean? Of what they have. Oh, I went to school for this and da da da. I'm an expert at this, blah blah blah. This, you know,
Yep.
that doesn't define you, man.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people like to make that their job, their life.
Yeah.
Man. That's really you Edomites, really.
God.
You know, and you other Elam too. You know, but that's loose.
Yeah,
That's
black
loose.
woman
Yeah,
too, yeah.
and the black woman. Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah. Can't forget Eve too.
Hand in hand.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's a loser spirit, man. I don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I mean? You're handling your business. You're handling your business.
That's
you
it.
know what I mean? Whatever. We're all supposed to work, do what we got to do. It is what it is, right? But you being so, I'm this in this society. I went to school for this, so you need to treat me this level of respect. You know, and I can treat you with this level of respect because you didn't do this.
That's right.
Fuck all that shit,
And
man.
you come outside, that don't only work at your job, man.
Yeah,
Come outside, you get smacked around.
exactly. You know?
I got a scripture.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 1:27. But Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. So the brother was talking about, well, none of us went to university for this truth, right? Yes, some of us did go to university in Esau's world or whatever the case may be. When it comes to this truth, it's all about the spirit, right? The Lord chose us out of this world, man, to confound Esau and the wickedness of this society.
Right.
And Yahweh hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
right.
Are we not considered weak in this world?
That's it.
We don't have an army,
That's it.
right? We don't have things. We don't have nuclear warheads, right? It was just we're PSWs, man.
That's it.
Right? We are behind enemy line.
That's
We
right.
can be put to death at any time if Esau
If you
so
really
chooses
wanted to, yeah, kind.
right?
Just to back you up, right? Because here in Canada, they don't like the Elamites here, right?
Right.
But they really can't do nothing to the Elamites because the Elamites have a standing army.
That's right.
True.
If they really wanted to do something,
They
they
can
can.
do it.
They
They have
can.
people here.
They have people. You know, I'm saying even back home though,
Yeah,
they have people that will defend them. Moab.
right, yep.
Moab has their people that will
Con.
defend them. Jake is the only one that doesn't have a standing army that's really ready to defend them. Man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? They can hate on the other nations all they want, but these other nations, they have places they can go back to. They have governments backing them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? They have an army to protect them.
Yep.
That's in their interest, so to speak.
Yep.
You know, who's in the interest of Jake, man?
No one.
The Israelites, nobody. That's why Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom, right now, ICE is fucking them up right now, all over America right now, man. Because they don't have a standing army. They can treat you however they want, man.
That's right.
So you know, you're like I mentioned, prisoners of war.
Yeah.
And I'm saying your booties, man.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes, I'm saying. What?
So back you up. Even here, like in Canada, in the West, like even like you mentioned, they have like their own institutions. They have like their own burial sites. They have like their own temples. They have like their own like basically like they have like their own whole infrastructure for themselves. But
Right.
people like you're all dependent on the white man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they just came here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I just saw them. How tall is that?
Yeah, the
No,
sheet, 20,
it's
20, 20 meters or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it's huge, man.
Tallest in North America or
Con.
in Canada? Tallest in North
Yeah.
America.
And Esau's
There's
freaking
some
out.
Sheba god of Elam.
Con, Esau's freaking out. He's losing
Yeah.
his shit
Yeah.
because it's pretty much like losing his country.
Yeah, and yet even it's so funny to watch because these Edomites they don't know they're losing their country, but who's doing that to you? Your fellow Edomites
That's right.
upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the ones who letting them in.
Yeah, and they're in denial about that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're actually in
Yeah.
denial about
It's
who's
fucking
letting them
hilarious.
in.
Right.
It's your government,
That's right.
parliament, whatever the fuck.
That's right.
And this is a quick point to what you were saying about the degrees and all that shit. Even those people that have those, because I've encountered them like in the corporate world when I was working in those jobs. You talk to, they don't actually even understand what they learned when in school for. Because they'll tell me the information, I'm breaking it down to them. It's like, how do you know this? She goes, like,
I didn't go to school for this. I just looked it up and I understand it. Like I understand, I can apply this information in a real life scenario. They like, okay, I went to school, I got a degree. Okay, how do you use this in the real world?
How do you apply it to the real world?
They can't do it.
God.
They can't do it.
Yeah, it's all theory. And for them, it's all theory.
That's right.
You know? Yeah.
It was foolishness. That's what Moses said. The wisdom of the world is foolishness.
That's right.
But we can apply this truth, right, to every aspect of our lives.
That's right.
But they can't do the opposite with the wisdom that they've learned.
Right. It's one dimensional.
That's it.
Because whatever you studied for, that's it. That's all you studied. You studied nursing. You can only your profession is just being a nurse. That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
If no one's hurt, what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a precept?
Oh,
no, go ahead.
I'll finish off a little bit.
Okay. Finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which are mighty and base things of the world and things which are despised, Yahweh had chosen, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
That's right. Beautiful. Simply put, going into the tool aspect, right? So, hey, you Edomites, you're just a tool in the Lord's hand on the left-hand side. So, we bring out the tool scripture. You have it in the GMT.
I got it. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5 in the GNT, and it says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, Assyria, I use Assyria like a club to punish those whom I am angry. I sent Assyria to attack a godless nation."
Who's that talking about right now? I'm asking you, brothers. Who's that talking about right now?
Isaiah 10 and 5 in the GNT, and it says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, Assyria, I use Assyria like a club to punish those who I am angry."
Who's that right now? How do you know that? Okay. How do you know it's Esau Edom? Exactly. He fits right. It says to punish a godless nation. That's the Israelites. Who's punishing the Israelites? The so-called white man, Esau Edom. So the modern day Assyrians are the Edomites. Prophetically are the Edomites. Even though historically that was happening in its time, prophetically it plays out today too. In a different person. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 6, "And I sent Assyria to attack a godless nation,
You Israelites. Okay, go ahead.
people who have made me angry."
Exactly. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds. When you hear the Bible, something in you tingles. It's because you're an Israelite. All right, go ahead.
"I sent them to loot and steal and trample the people like dirt in the streets."
Right, and then you got chattel slavery when they came over here, because really America was run by Jake. This was our place, starting with so-called Puerto Rican and Native American. Okay, Gad and Reuben. Yeah. Then Jake came over here too, right? And then chattel slavery, that was a massacre. But now they do it through systems, license, right? Degrees, educations, policies,
Redlining. Yeah.
That's how they do it
big,
now.
Yeah.
So read it again. So when you Israelites read the scriptures, you have to understand how it plays now. That's the secret. That's the mystery.
Gentrification as well.
It's gentrification.
You know, pricing you out of your,
That's right.
of your neighborhood, making it harder for you to live wherever
Exactly.
you are. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a lot,
Yeah, no, you're right. That's how you got to know how this stuff plays out today. For you to, it says we open up with measure the time diligently in itself. Right? Go ahead. No, just when you were.
Oh, okay.
It's a full circle, because it's a full circle, man. The system is set up for Jake to pretty much be sick here, man. Anything Esau can do to get us to be sick, hooked on drugs, his drugs or street drugs, all right, be in the hospital system. He makes money off of all these things. Be in the prisons. He makes money off of these things as long as he can keep us at the bottom.
cycle,
in this negative cycle, man.
Yeah. Somebody can get that precept about the bulls in the net. The children, like
Wild
that's what you're
bulls?
going into. Like wild bulls in the net. And when you go into that word net, go into that word net too. But we know a net is parabolically talking about a system. That's what a net's used to do. A net is used to trap something. So parabolically, the net is a system the brother's breaking down. Right down from education to your medical system, even the spiritual system is, right? All your pastors, right? They're all in on it too.
Yeah.
Your parents are in on it without them even knowing, because they're a part of that system.
The Matrix.
The matrix. Right? Go ahead.
verse 7, it says,
Oh, Slack, and somebody got the bull? Yeah, real quick.
This is Isaiah 51 and 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net.
That's right.
They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power.
When you see an Israelite, a so-called Negro, put a fucking pink diamond in his head, that's the fear of the Lord on him. Little Uzi Vert with his little fucking weird ass dance, right? And he has a fucking pink diamond in. Yo, when you look at these people and then you try to say these are God's chosen people, you're like, what? Hell no.
When you say his name fast, you know what it says. You know what it says, right?
No,
Lucifer. Yeah.
There you go. Right. So read that again, Bubba Kishon.
Oh.
So they're like bulls caught in a net. The fury of the Lord is fully upon them. Look at how they carry themselves. All the butt breaking they do to each other. They do it to each other. Esau don't got to do it to you no more. You just get another Jake who he brought up to do it to the next Jake who's trying to come up.
Gatekeepers.
Boule, gatekeepers, yeah. Go on.
If I may add, just another quick point, go back to that point about beauty. That's why the scriptures say, is this the city you call the perfection of beauty? Because we're supposed to be adorned through these law, statutes, and commandments, but our people don't conduct themselves like that.
Yeah, through obedience. If the heathens and Esau can get you to be obedient to them, you're no longer beautiful. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 51 and 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fear of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power.
That's right. And they kill each other. I saw a video earlier this morning about a guy. He was in broad daylight, and again, people were videotaping. That's how I'm able to see it.
Okay,
right?
I heard about that.
And the guy was trying to protect his daughter, and a bunch of YNs come up in ski masks, trying to take his daughter and abduct her in broad daylight, tossing a hammer through his head. They're full of the fear of the Lord in them. That's a YN, man. That is a social experiment of Esau Edom. That's what that is. That is black culture. That is learned from Esau Edom. You guys see what Esau is doing with this whole left-right, Captain Kirk situation, right? They're using you Jakes, you so-called Negroes and Latinos, all right, as scapegoats. You're the reason. We're gonna use you as a reason why we gotta come in with martial law, the troops.
Collapse America.
Collapse America.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
And then it's gonna go beyond you average Israelites and come to the prophets. Then they're gonna be like, nah, it's these guys. They're the ones saying that. Remember, Nero said, hey, they said that this place is gonna burn. So remember, Nero said that.
God.
Right?
Yeah.
So
and he was there watching watching Rome burn while he was playing his little flute.
Well, supposedly the fiddles is not real. Supposedly it's not real, but he was singing supposedly he was singing a song, a poem of him, you know, supposedly the flute thing's not real. Supposedly. But he was singing a song of some poet, right, and rejoicing in the destruction of what he caused, the fire in Rome. So he's a madman. He's a madman, man.
There you go. And he's a madman. Don't forget that. Go ahead. Finish the verse, brother.
This is verse 7, and it says, but the Assyrian emperor has his own violent plans in mind. He is determined to destroy many nations. He boasts every one of my commanders is a king.
That's right. So all the technocrats, all my commanders are kings. These technocrats are rulers. You see the Bill Gates, the Peter Thiels, you know, who else is there? There's Jeff Bezos, Noah Harari, all these guys. These are the princes, his kings, right? Huh?
Tacticians.
The tacticians, right? And read that verse again, though, from the top, the one before. It says that his mind doesn't work that way. That was the point.
That was the point.
Oh, but the verse 7, Isaiah 10, and it says, but the Assyrian emperor has his own violent plans in mind. He is determined to destroy many nations.
Right.
He boasts every one
under
of my...
under the guise of climate change, right? He wants to destroy many nations. You're pooping and farting and burping too much. Right? Too much meat. Net zero. That's what they say. Right? We've got to bring it down to net zero. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 8, he boasts every one of my commanders is a king.
Finish it. His mind doesn't work that way.
That was
next verse you're reading?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, go ahead.
That was it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the point is his mind
Mind
doesn't
is
work
what?
that way.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So, hey, the Lord,
But let him read it.
This is verse 9, and it says, I conquered the cities of Kalno and Karshemesh, the cities. Oh, right. Salakia. Isaiah 10 and 5, and it says, and the Lord Yahweh said, Assyria, I use Assyria like a club to punish those to whom I am angry.
Yeah.
I sent Assyria to attack a godless nation,
Right.
people who have made me angry.
Right.
I sent them to loot and steal and trample the people like dirt in the streets.
Right. We're going to the systems, right, and everything. Go ahead.
And it says, but the Assyrian emperor has his own violent plans in mind. He is determined to destroy many nations. He boasts every one of my commanders.
This is GMT.
yeah, that's what I'm
NLT
saying.
is
Oh, it's NLT, it says it that way. The
Yeah,
tool.
I'll get it real quick, just for
Okay,
edification.
Edification. The tool.
This is Isaiah 10 and 5, NLT. It says, verse 7, but the king of Assyria will not understand that he is my tool. Right? Verse 6, I'm setting Assyria against a godless nation, against people with whom I am angry. Assyria will plunder them, trample them like dirt beneath its feet. That's what these troops are getting ready to do, right? It says, but the king of Assyria will not understand that he is my tool. That's why Trump is saying that there is no world war. There is no going to be no World War III. They say it's going to happen in the East. It's not going to happen in the East if we're smart.
The day he's talking about is us.
Exactly.
The prophets of doom.
Exactly.
That's right.
Right? He said if we're smart. But the scriptures say his mind doesn't work that way. He doesn't know that he's a tool of the Most High. It says he is my tool. He doesn't understand that he is my tool. His mind does not work that way. His plan is simply to destroy, to cut down nations after nation. Man don't know. He don't know.
He doesn't know that the least of the flock gonna draw him out.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
I was just going to add, Trump doesn't know that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not in control, right? Regardless
right.
of what he says. So the prophecies, the states. That's it.
Yep. That's why what we're doing, prophesying, all right, the yield, okay, so to speak, is going to be huge because people don't think like that. People don't really think in accordance to a divine purpose controlling everything. And when they do, they go completely left. Right? They completely left. So in the end, when it's all said and done, for the men of the Lord to be known as the men of the Lord, people are going to be like, oh shit, that's crazy. The whole time they were telling us that this was going to happen and the way it was going to happen. Let me get that actually.
Solomon 5?
That's it. Yeah. Come. I'm looking at the GMT. Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. And I got it at GMT. I'm going to start at, I'll start at 1. I'm going to read through. It says, on that day, people righteous, full of confidence, will stand before those who oppressed them and made light of their labors. And we go into the adventures of Jacob, but this is the main labor that they're making light of. Right? This labor of love, this work that we're doing. They scoff and mock Hebrew Israelites, this, that, and the third, Bumites, this, that, and the third, grapists. Right? It says, they will be amazed to see them safe and will be terrible with terrible fear.
These guys
right.
made it?
That's right.
Oh, man,
That's right.
Because they weren't expecting to see the men, whoever the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being beamed up, man. The elect of those people, right?
That's right, yeah. That's right.
The low of society, right?
That's right.
The dregs of society, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay, it's about to get crazy. It's about to get real. It's about to get real because this one Jake had a dream this week. It was posted, and I sent it to you with MOTV.
Yeah.
And he said a couple things in that dream where he was like,
There were zones. People were cut out. So you had zones for people who were rebellious and were actually marching and fighting, and they were getting gunned down by bots and everything like that. And the Turks.
They said turrets.
Turrets, yeah, turrets,
So
right.
turrets just come out and start.
Boom, 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 right? And then he escaped the zone. They were like rooftops and stuff. He escaped the zone, and he's like, the way he was getting shot at, no one else, everybody was walking by as if it wasn't happening. So imagine someone just getting shot at right here. Usually people scatter and run. He said these people were just moving, like it's not happening. And they all had the chip, showing that they're not seeing a reality that's actually happening. You know, in the show, you see holograms pop out.
They showed you that in Black Mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an episode, I don't know if your brother saw it, but
the
army guy, he was chipped up, so he had to go and hunt zombies or whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, the people that cockroaches,
You're right.
the people that weren't chipped up.
That's right.
So when he saw them, they looked
right.
like
demons. Yeah.
but they were normal people.
Insects.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because remember, because once you take the chip, they can program your thoughts. They can make you believe something that's not there, just like the Most High does.
Yeah, they can program you to make you think that you're in the metaverse.
Right.
You're in, like everything, like you said,
So-
everything is all good.
Exactly.
Whatever.
So Project Bluebeam makes a lot of sense at that point,
Yeah.
right? A fake return of Yahweh Shai,
Yeah,
and those
Project
that
Bluebeam.
the Project Bluebeam, those that are gonna believe are those with the chip. They're gonna see. Esau can make you see holograms once you get that chip. All right, he can make you see things. So, anyways, getting back to that dream, the Lord was helping him throughout the whole dream. So my main point was that even before the salvation, up in Jacob's trouble, there's going to be a lot of defining markers and miracles that are going to identify, oh, no, the Lord, like God is dealing with this guy. So, because brothers are going to have spiritual powers. You might be able to communicate with an animal. You know, you might be able to heal sick just by doing this. Your son might be sick. You can't go into the hospital because you're not part of the system. Because he said in that dream, you couldn't even guard it. You couldn't do nothing. You were just like a body. You moved. People died. You know, famine. Some people were on. They would jump off the 49th floor of the building that they were in. So you like, if you were surviving, it was strictly divine intervention. There was no way you were surviving. Right. So going back to what I was reading. Oh, he called? Oh, okay, Con. Okay, yeah. So it says, here's the point. It says, then, verse 3, they will regret what they did, and groaning in anguish, they will say to each other, this is the one we made fun of. This will happen to some of us in the prison camps. You know, in that Jake's dream, a lot of Israelites are going to be in those situations, saying this to themselves, like, fuck, what was I doing following IUIC? They were wrong the whole time, right? So it says, we thought they were a joke. What fools we were. We thought they were crazy to live the way they did. And when they died, we didn't honor them. And now here they are, one of Yahweh's own children, with a place of his own among Yahweh's people. You know? So yeah, that's about it. The whole chapter is good.
I was like, to your point, in that dream, on the same dream that brother basically had, he said basically at some point in the dream, like there was a point where like they're being scanned, right?
Oh yeah.
Like they was scanning like someone next to them, but they couldn't see him. They didn't get scanned.
Yeah, you got in first.
Yeah.
They let everybody come in first, and then they started scanning everybody once you're in. And the guy just didn't see him. He bypassed him. Yeah,
exactly. That shows basically like the power the boss man comes with is even greater than the Esau's power.
That's right.
There's no way that, the way the Lord is not there, I'm gonna be taken care of.
That's right. Because
the Lord can cloak you, man.
Yeah,
protect you.
Exactly.
Protect you,
Spiritual power is mimicking the elements. Man, the Lord can make you appear and disappear in front of someone.
No, he can do that even right now, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you might be in a time of change, a time of danger. The Lord actually just cloaked you.
Yeah.
Somebody's coming after you, whatever.
Concept.
The Lord just cloaked you. But you were there, and they were there.
Yeah.
You saw them, but they didn't see you.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just the miracle of the Lord, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna close up. We're gonna give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. In to say Kwame Asharala,
Kwame Asharala,
Abad Babal,
Abad Babal,
and Shalom.
Shalom.